out of curiosity, would you ever hop on steroids if you were to continue training upwards of 40 in age, or will you stay natural to the end? My friend, I have trouble conveying my displeasure about creatine, let alone TRT, dude. All of that shit is poison. And anybody that tells you otherwise is just tricking themselves. A 60-year-old shouldn't get a testosterone count of a 20-year-old. Why, you might say? Why, Ivan? Why? Come on, man. Why? What people don't realize is that with testosterone levels comes many other different things. Many other different things. Life goes up and down, and in every portion of your life there is advantages of it. When you're 20 years old, you can't think clearly at all. You can't be a wise man because you're too busy being obsessed about flesh. Why? Well, because your testosterone is at peak, 700, whatever the hell it is. Peak of natural average. It's peaking. And so anytime a girl walks past, your mind goes to only one thing. So you can't string two damn thoughts together. You can't think about anything productive because you're so obsessed with your flesh. If that girl walks past a 70-year-old, that 70-year-old doesn't immediately think about flesh. That 70-year-old mind continues to think about thoughts that he was thinking about. And so some of the wisest people that have ever lived get quoted and have peak of mental production when they're 70. If you decide to take testosterone in your 60s and your 70s, unfortunately what you're doing to yourself is you're completely removing the ability for your body to ever have its peak mentally. Wisdom, thought, intelligence, all of the experiences you have in your life, the history, it peaks around that retirement age. You've seen the world, you've tried the flesh, you've made conclusions, and now you're at peace. There is a peace about you. There is a calmness about you. And you can think about things fully without your body interrupting your thought process because, oh my God, you know, I just got a random bloody boner in the middle of my thought and all of a sudden I can't do anything other than think about that one thing. And so all of these blokes are thinking about, oh, you know, TRT, blah, blah, blah. They completely don't understand that aspect to it. Every portion of your life has its advantages and disadvantages. Don't prolong or interrupt the later stages of your life. That is where a lot of beauty lives. Also, the higher testosterone count, the more incidence you have of cardiovascular disease. This is why women will outlive all of us in an average sense. The testosterone is almost like a poison in some sense. And so these people that are injecting it because all they ever think about is the vanity of having more muscles are missing something up here, man. They don't have depth of thought, depth of soul. All they think about is something very, very superficial. And I feel sorry for those people because they think they want to be a 20-year-old to attract a mate. Who are you going to attract? Attract for what? I'm 36-year-old and I couldn't even think about dating a 20-year-old now. They're just different brave brain wavelengths. What am I going to talk to? There's no connection there. There's nothing. Me being 50, 60, 70, am I going to chase a 20-year-old? Are you kidding me? There's no connection there. There's no rapport there. There's nothing there. You know, they're in a different stage of life. They're obsessed with flesh. I hope that I'm not obsessed with flesh at 60 and 70 years old. I will continue to train without a doubt, but I'm not obsessed with this thought of I want to be the biggest in the room and the most sexiest in the world and the biggest on the social ladder in this room or whatever the hell it might be. I want to be at peace. I want to have calmness about me so I can think. That to me is beauty. You know, I sometimes think to myself, I want to be like some of those philosophers I once thought about and read about. You know, none of those guys were in strip clubs and in brothels when they were 70 and obsessing about women when they're 70. No, they don't have that pool. They don't want to chase. They are calm. Calmness. Peace. You will have peace in your older age. And that is a beautiful thing. But some people don't want peace. Interesting.